Welcome. In this session, we focus on fragments, which are a problem for many writers. If fragments have been a problem for you, if you don't know how to recognize a fragment or you don't know how to fix it, you've come to the right place. This session will explain it all in easy-to-understand terms. We'll be using bikes and baskets to explain fragments. If these ideas are new to you, please watch the previous sessions. The first one is bikes, the second one is bikes and baskets, and the third session is bikes and more baskets. Okay, let's begin. These ideas are based on the textbook Easy Guide to Writing, published by Pearson. A sentence has two wheels, a who or what, and a what about it. A fragment is different. It's just part of a sentence. It can't stand alone and make sense because it doesn't have a who or what and a what about it. Most of the time, the fragment is a disconnected basket. So we're going to be looking at baskets. Basket words. Ideas that begin with words such as because and when are fragments. Here are two examples. Because they exercise daily, when the rain stops. If a basket isn't attached to a sentence, it's a fragment. Basket words are dependent words, as we learned in session 2, and they are powerful. Here's that fragment, the two fragments on the previous slide in context. Athletes are in good shape. Who are what? Athletes. What about them? Are in good shape. That's a sentence. Because they exercise daily? No. That's the fragment. That's the basket that began with the dependent word because. Now this talks about this sentence, and that basket needs to hook up to that sentence. And here it is corrected. Athletes are in good shape because they exercise daily. And here's the basket now attached to the sentence, and here's what this sentence looks like. The basket's on the back of the bike. The second example, when the rain stops. Nope. Begins with the dependent word when. It's a basket. Here's the basket. It needs to be attached to the sentence, and this is a sentence. Ramon will start the grill. Who or what? Ramon. What about him? Will start the grill. And here you see the sentence corrected. When the rain stops is the basket, and it's going on the front of the bike. And you can see it right there. That's a picture of what this sentence looks like. And Ramon will start the grill. I'll give you a chance to look at those sentences. Okay, moving on. More basket words. Ideas that begin with the basket words who, which, and that are fragments. Here's an example. Which is close to her home. That are on sale. These are baskets. If a basket isn't attached to a sentence, it's a fragment. These basket words are dependent words, which we covered in session 3, bikes and more baskets. Bottom line, they begin baskets that need to be attached to a bike. And here we see them in context. Jan studies at the library. That's a sentence. Who or what? Jan. What about her? Studies at the library. Which is close to her home. Nope, that's a basket, and it needs to be attached. And here it is attached. Jan studies at the library, which is close to her home. Sorry. This basket's going on the back of the bike. There's a picture of it. Second example. We will shop for kitchen appliances. That's a sentence. Who or what? We. What about it? We'll shop for kitchen appliances. That are on sale? No. This is referring to appliances. It needs to be hooked up. It's a basket. And here it is. We will shop for kitchen appliances that are on sale. The basket goes in the back of the bike. And there's a picture. Got it? Another kind of basket is an ing addition. Ideas that begin with ing words are a common fragment. Trying to catch the bus is one example. Twitching his ears and whiskers. You can tell right off the bat that these aren't sentences because nobody's there. We don't know who's doing what. And here we see them next to the sentence that they've been disconnected from. Bill sprinted down the street. Who or what? Bill. What about him? Sprinted down the street. That's a sentence. Trying to catch the bus? That's a basket. Talks about Bill sprinting down the street. And here it is corrected. Bill sprinted down the street trying to catch the bus. The basket's on the back of the bike. That's an excellent sentence. ing additions are great baskets. You just need to make sure that the baskets are attached to a bike. Second example. Twitching his ears and whiskers. Well, nobody's there, so that's a basket. Talks about my cat. Needs to be attached. And when it's attached, it's one fine sentence. Twitching his ears and whiskers, my cat watched the wind. And here's the basket. There's the front of the bike. Those are excellent sentences. Another kind of basket, disconnected details. Disconnected details are a common fragment, and here are two examples, especially in winter, such as popcorn, pretzels, and peanuts, and that's easy. There's no who or what and what about it. Let's see them in context now. I like to sleep late on Saturdays. Who or what? I. What about it? Like to sleep late on Saturdays. And here's the basket, and it needs to be attached. It's a common fragment. Students just sometimes don't hook them up. And here it is corrected. I like to sleep late on Saturdays, especially in winter. And there's the basket. Next example, Ron will bring the snacks, such as popcorn, pretzels, and peanuts. Basket. It needs to hook that baby up. And here it is corrected. Ron will bring the snacks, such as popcorn, pretzels, and peanuts. Now we're on to a different kind of fragment, missing wheel fragments. Baskets are one kind of fragment. Here's another. Sometimes a bike is missing a wheel. The brothers who live next door is an example. And another example is the flight that I booked last month. I'll talk about those a little bit more on the next slide. The brothers who live next door. If you put your finger over the who so you can't see it, you'll have a sentence. If we take the who out, we'd have a sentence. The brothers live next door. Who or what? The brothers. What about them? The brothers live next door. That's a sentence. But when I have who in there, it's a basket. So what's happened is that I have a wheel and a basket and no back wheel. And here it is corrected. The brothers who live next door, what about them? Will help us move. So we have two wheels and a basket. Second example, the flight that I booked last month. No, we've got a wheel, front wheel, and we've got a basket, but we don't have a back wheel. And here it is corrected. The flight that I booked last month has been canceled. Here's the basket in the middle. There's the wheels, and there's the basket. Got it? Review. Baskets need to be attached to a bike. They can go on the front, they can go in the middle, and they can go on the back. And the second thing to keep in mind is a sentence needs two wheels. One wheel and a basket isn't enough. You need two wheels. That's it for Fragments. I hope this has been of help. Enjoy the ride.